Understand that self-confidence can be limitless. It's really important to understand that competence has limits. You may be a good swimmer. People might think that you are awesome, but let's get real here. Chances are quite good you're probably not going to be the next Michael Phelps. Guess what? That's perfectly okay. Competence has limits, and that's fine. Just allow it to give you what you're looking for, which is self-confidence. You're not looking to be the very best. You're not looking to be the next Usain Bolt or the next Stephen Hawking. Instead, you just have to push yourself to the point where you say, I did it. I started here. Now I'm up here. This means that I've overcome my fears. I wasn't complacent. I pushed myself. I applied myself, and now I have something to be proud of. I have something that I can take confidence in. The secret to competence. Although competence has its limits, self-confidence doesn't. If you think about this, the interplay between competence and self-confidence, this means that competence can be limitless as well. How? Well, while confidence can be limited by your circumstances, if you let yourself be motivated by curiosity and your sense of possibility and adventure, the sky is the limit when it comes to your confidence in getting things done. In other words, you think to yourself, I know that I'm a good businessman. I can build businesses and I can sell them, but I can also deal with setbacks. If there was a stock that crashed tomorrow, I can deal with it. If you develop that kind of self-confidence, the sky is the limit. All bets are off in terms of your confidence because, again, your competence is linked to your self-confidence. The more competent you become, the more self-confident you become. The more self-confident you become, the more you do things and you figure things out. This leads to even more competence and even more self-confidence. It's an upward spiral. Self-confidence can be limitless. Take confidence in this. Feel good about it. How? Celebrate and seek out greater mastery. Self-confidence can be pushed, but it cannot be developed just by you sitting back and bragging, thumping your chest, parading around like a peacock. No, it doesn't work that way. To boost your self-confidence, celebrate your current mastery, but seek out greater mastery. How? Test your versatility, your sociability, your adaptability, your imagination and sense of possibility. This also means testing and pushing to the limit your perseverance, tenacity, and grit. Grit is a big deal because according to research by Professor Duckworth based on her studies of different cohorts, while people may vary based on their IQ and ability to socialize and other measures of emotional intelligence, grit, partly defined as tenacity, is one trait that pretty much unites people who come out on top. They might not be able to get to the top tomorrow, but they will eventually get there. If you're using this interplay between competence and self-confidence, grit must be part of the equation. How do you develop grit? Well, it means you take more risks. The more risks you take, the higher the chance that you will fail. Instead of running away from failure and loss, you actually view it as an opportunity because that is what builds grit. Success doesn't build grit. Having things play out the way you had expected and hoped doesn't build grit. Loss, failure, and the risk of shame, humiliation, and ridicule, those build grit. When you look at all of this in totality, you see that nothing can get you down. Even setbacks can be victorious. How is that for unstoppable self-confidence based on the solid bedrock of competence?